Hello everybody, it's me, Get Dave Dio, and there's been a little bit of a hiccup with my recording methods, so we're going to do something a little different. We're going to play the free enterprise randomizer of Final Fantasy IV, or 2 as you may have known it. It's an exciting time. Alright, I'll just show the process. It's not as elaborate as like the A Link to the Past randomizer, which is still the gold standard. And I don't know if an RPG necessarily could surpass it because A Link to the Past is just... But we have a very exciting thing. What they did is they just made the airship accessible to the beginning of the game. And it's going to basically make it an open world game. And now let's take a look at our options. There's a lot of granularity we have in terms of how our randomization is going to work. So you need to have a version of an unheadered version of the 1.1 ROM. North American edition. So I'm not going to tell you how to get one of those, but I have one. And again, we'll just apply the relaxed default, but okay. First things first, Japanese content. In the original Final Fantasy IV, we got the easy type. They had hard type and easy type, or normal type, or whatever. It's also simpler. So in the Japanese version, they had a whole bunch of items that, you know, we'd see in later Final Fantasy games, like Bacchus wine, which I think gives Berserk status and that sort of thing. This puts them back in, or you can go to level 2 and then you get extra commands. Most notably, Cecil, when he's a Dark Knight, he has like the Dark Side command, which takes some of his HP and hits all enemies. Honestly, I wish they had like an option 3 which had just the extra commands but not the other stuff. Most of the commands that were cut are pretty lame, and given that we're randomizing all of the items in the game, I think actually having the smaller item list helps, because Final Fantasy IV you also have kind of a small inventory, so I'm actually going to just turn that off. Okay, so the key items are all shuffled around, so let's just hold on to that. The pass basically lets you... They've redone the game a fair bit. You can get straight to the end boss with a pass. Because, you know, this is also for racing, right? So it's super expensive. But yeah, you could get a pass, and there's a special place in Toria where you could go whenever you feel you're ready. Just go fight the end boss. And you don't go to the end area, you go straight to the final fight, period. This is fine with me. Okay. This just shuffles all of the characters. You can have them in the vanilla arrangement. If you set all these to 0, it's the vanilla version of the game, for the record. Starting characters. I think we probably want 1. All right. Contents of untrapped chests are randomized and may contain anything, excluding super high-end stuff. So you can't find the crystal sword in the first treasure chest in the game. If you go 5... yeah, there you go. Everything has to be stolen from someone guarding it. Level 4, there we go. Except key items. Yeah, we'll go with 3. This is what they recommend. Shops have super elaborate stuff. One thing worth considering is Fusoya and Edge are both considered super powerful units by beginning of the game standards. So there's something to reduce his starting HP, and then when you complete Mount Ordeals, it goes a little bit higher. His stats are generally quite static. But, I mean, if you took him into the end fight, you could do a lot worse. And I don't know what the money randomization is. Oh, containing weak items instead contain an equivalent amount of GP. I don't know. All items in shops are free. What? No, that's too crazy. I think we'll just leave money where it's at. Each force behemoth. Okay, this actually sounds pretty good, because we're going to have increased experience points, so let's do that, and we're going to be dashing around. All right, There are some glitches in the game. I only knew about the item duplication glitch. I've seen in speedruns them do the MP underflow glitch and the warping thing. I'm not going to put it into glitchless mode, but I doubt I'm going to take advantage of any of this. Anyway, those are my setups. Wyvern, by the way, is just the Wyvern opens with Mega Nuke. That sucks. So you can turn that off. And there we go. I think those are the big ones. Oh, no free lunch. A couple characters are very easy to get. In the vanilla version of the game, you get Palom and Porum just by talking to the Elder in Mysidia. Since this is randomized, you just talk to the Elder in Mysidia and you get 2 random characters, which could be anyone. But that's a pretty easy way of getting 2 characters, so the no free lunch is just making it a little harder to get party members, because we just start with 2. In the original game, it's basically Kane and Cecil. In this version, it could be anyone. We might never meet Cecil. But anyway, so they just maybe want to make it a bit harder to get some of your starting people. Anyway, this is the seed I'm working with. I'll put it in the comments, and let's check it out.